No me jodas que solo tenía que ir hacia adelante. Desde la posada. O a lo mejor no. A lo mejor tenemos que dar vueltas y vueltas. ¡Ostras! Del principio. Ah, que lo conoce. Claro, porque nosotros lo conocemos con Alisa, no con Rose.
Oh dear, look at that face. You're scaring me, boss.
We don't have time to toy with the likes of you. Come on, I'll settle this right here and now.
What exquisite anger. It makes me so hungry.
Here he comes.
Vale, tiene poca vida, pero es nivel 45, así que cuidadito. Vale, le quitamos, ¿eh? Bueno, se está comiendo de lo lindo, tío. Está stuneado ahí. Otro como Zabi, gente. Y quiere recibir.
You sure work hard.
No, compared to what Saray goes through, this is nothing.
Bonito, el de los trajes estos nuevos, tío.
Damn it! Still not enough?
It's the end of the line, Lunar.
Now!
Got it! What is this feeling?
Watch out! There's someone else here!
Might you refrain from acting out of turn?
That voice!
Shut up! Don't interfere with me!
Foolish, reckless fox. Your role was to lead them on, if you recall. If you act recklessly and provoke his anger, what will we do then? Wait! This wasn't the plan, but I'm flexible.
What the fuck?
Whoa! What the?
¿En serio? ¿Really? Vale, son débiles, son débiles. Ah, son copias. Ah, tenéis que ya sabéis. Facilito. Que vayamos tras él o lo perderá, chica.
Then that so-called job offer.
It was a trap!
Damn it.
Quit messing around and show yourself!
What's your hurry? Relax. This is just the opening act.
I'll relax when you're good and dead.
Dezel, do you know whose voice that is?
How could I forget? That's who I've been after for so long.
What?
Haven't you noticed, Lailah? I have. There is no malevolence within this domain.
Meaning that whoever's generating this isn't a Hellion. What could this mean?
No lo sé, amigo. Vamos a guardar. ¿Y dónde está, tío? A ver. Voy a tirar para adelante, a ver si... Aquí no hay nada, ¿no? No creo. Se ha vuelto todo gris, tío. Vamos por aquí detrás. Ah, está cortado. Bien. Así me lo pones más fácil. Con solo un camino. Vale, aquí no está. Seguro que está en el... donde luchamos contra el bicho este de restaurar la bendición, ¿no? Ah, no. Era aquí a la derecha, eso. Está aquí.
Enough, all right? Come on, let me out.
His will is not to be ignored.
Lunar!
Venga, pesado. Pesadito está el tío. Ahora, ¿qué pasa? ¿Qué ha pasado?
What is going on?
Anda, esta es la que vimos en la visión. No, en una de las gemas iris. Y también la vimos sentada en una torre o algo así que nos vigilaba.
Who is she?
I've waited so long.
Indeed, the time is ripe for both of us.
Wait, Dezel! She's not a Hellion!
Like I give a damn. You turn my friends into Hellions and drag the name of the Wind Riders through the mud?
What are you talking about, Dezel?
Do you mean to say that the girl still doesn't know?
Pues no.
Splendid. Oh, how splendid. The perfect scene has been set.
Dezel, no!
Let me go! This moment is what I've been living for!
Everyone stop! This whole thing is wrong! Saray, Dezel, what's going on?
Dear girl. Let me fill you in. In a desperate effort to preserve and continue the Wind Riders, who were his last concrete connection to his dead comrade, this seraph abused your remarkable resonance to periodically commandeer your body, steering you all into the
Los jinetes
darkness,
del viento, tío.
recreating the Wind Riders as an assassin's guild. Then, in his quest to kill a Hellion, he set his sights on the power of the Armatis, using you over and over as a vessel to enact his vengeance. It was all right, he thought. It was all to avenge his friend. I do wonder if you agree.
That's right. And to take my revenge against you, I would do it all again in a heartbeat!
That's enough, creepy little girl, for now.
Yeah, there's something wrong about all of this.
Let's get out of here!
I think not.
She became a Hellion? Why?
If words alone won't make you remember, well, like I said, I'm flexible.
So, you show your true colors at last.
Dang it!
Vale, toca pelear, gente. Voy. Un segundito. Let's go. Un segundo, Vale, está. Voy. Vale. A pelearse contra este. Esta. Nivel 50. Ya sé. ¿Cómo lo he pillado, Rostrofusión, nivel 55. No sabemos qué debilidad tiene. Podríamos llevar el viento, ¿no? Ya que no puedo poner el viento. Está con el... Ah, está con Rose. Vale, de momento es fácil. Vale, iba a gastar el arte, pero no lo gasto, tío. Porque es fácil. De momento.
Lailah, get ready to purify her!
Not this time. I'm gonna kill her!
Dezel!
What?
You mustn't!
There's no other way. No! He's broken the pact?
Dezel!
Ah, la pistola de Zabit.
I can't let you do that.
What? But why? Saray, this isn't the time. All right.
¿Qué cojones?
I can manipulate the senses of others, deceive them through illusion. So when it looked like you'd suddenly turned into a Hellion, precisely. Though for the record, the Hellion was real.
Ready? Too close. Strike, Lailah. Use the authority of the Prime Lord to stop Dezel.
I can't. The Sublord has broken the pact.
Can that even be done?
Not usually. It can't be done from the Sublord's side. My, this is getting interesting.
Ready? Tell me what it is you're after.
There's something you should know, Shepard.
What?
Let me show you exactly what mischief your Seraph friend has wrought. All he did was merely give his blessing. That's all. But not every blessing of the Seraphim is one that brings fortune to the people.
Finally! Finally, I can kill you! Die!
¿Vale? ¿Se ha visto una cara por ahí? ¿Su padre?
I really enjoy traveling with them. We're so lucky.
Yeah, I'm truly grateful.
Seguro que es su padre.
And of course, I want to bring the Wind Riders under Rolance's wing.
You're the greatest in the land.
But engagement to you, Prince Conan? It's like a dream.
I'm sorry to see our journey end, but all's well that ends well.
No. I don't want this to end.
Don't let up out there. Go!
Prince Conan, the captain is missing!
Get away from her right now!
Who are you to order me around?
He's already a Hellion.
Huh? Who are you talking to?
You all smell so delicious. It's driving me wild.
How could he have completely turned into a Hellion in such a short amount of time?
Your Highness, what is this nonsense about us killing the first Imperial Prince?
Guards! The traitor scum are here!
A trap, huh? You sick lunatic.
How can this be?
It appears that Brad, the leader of the Wind Riders, has murdered the prince. He is already in custody of the Pendrago City Guard. All other Wind Riders are likewise under arrest.
Understand? It's all because Prince Conan became a Hellion, and at the urging of his Hellion greed, he sought to eliminate all hindrances. And by now, I imagine that you've already guessed what made him a Hellion. Have you not? Him.
I might be willing to pardon you, at least, if you'll agree to be mine.
What?
Oh, come now. You'd be the kept woman of the heir to the throne! A greater honor does not exist.
Why you?
Come on.
Behold, this is the fruit of your blessing. Do you have any idea what people call those with this kind of power? Angels of death.
It was all my fault. All my fault.
Bueno.
Looks like someone finally remembers his past.
Rose! Dezel! Move
it! And now the real fun starts, Shepard. Pay close attention.
Dezel, don't move. Got it?
Why, you?
You mustn't! Rose is horribly wounded. Even if you purify the malevolence, she doesn't have the strength to handle the burden.
Vale.
You mustn't attack now. Rose will...
If we don't do anything, Rose will become a Hellion.
Except her wounds will kill her even before that happens. A shepherd is faced with difficult choices sometimes. Isn't that right? Better decide quickly, Shepard. Your darling comedian doesn't have long. Silence!
¿Qué hago?
Hold it, Saray. Get back for a moment. I have a plan.
What? Oh, Shepard, do quit your desperate flailing about. You risk making a mess of the grand stage I spent all this time preparing.
Saray, listen.
Dezel, don't push yourself.
Just listen to me. We have to sever the bond between Rose and the Hellion.
Even for the shepherd, that would be nothing short of a miracle.
It's impossible.
Saray, hand me that thing.
La pistola.
From Savid. It can fire strength itself, right? And I shall be that strength. I shall be your attack.
What do you mean?
Even as he is absorbed into the Hellion, he'll become an attack with a will of its own. He'll find the bond between Rose and the Hellion and sever it without hurting her body.
But that's just suicide!
If I can summon up the last reserves of my strength and merge them with the power stored in this one remaining bullet, I can stay myself long enough to break the bond while leaving Rose untouched. Saray, neither Rose nor I can afford to waste
Venga, va,
any
dale
more
caña.
time.
No pierdas tiempo.
You understand, don't you?
Dezel? No!
Counting on you. Don't mess this up.
Mientras estés con viento aromatizado, pulsa LB. Vale.
Rose, I'm so sorry. It was me. I caused you, the Wind Riders, everyone to suffer. It's all my fault.
That's what was bugging you? I suppose from the outside it looked like we were suffering. But as far as I'm concerned, these have been the happiest years of my life. 5 years ago, when everything went pear-shaped, we could have been tossed to the winds. But instead, we got to travel again together as the scattered bones and the sparrow feathers. I was so happy. In fact, I'm grateful to you. Really. Hey, come on. There's gotta be more you want to say.
I'm useless. In the end, I wasn't good for a damn thing. But I can say I did one thing right. Just one. And that one right thing made everything else worthwhile. I'm eternally grateful to you too, Rose. Thank you.
Yeah.
Tell Saray and the others that it wasn't all bad. Romping around those ruins with all those nutballs.
I will.
And if they get bummed out about this, tell them, hey, I thought you had good to do in the world. Keep moping and crying, and I'll chain you up so tight you can't even breathe.
Vale, pero no se puede separar de nosotros. Si se separa de nosotros, perdemos el ataque del viento.
Yeah.
¿Qué se va a incorporar Zabit? No, algo tiene que pasar, ¿no?
Good luck out there. Keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
Rose!
Oh, thank goodness.
So, how does it feel? What do you think, Shepherd? To be as infatuated with someone as he once was? Is it not right that Seraphim, whose blessings only cause misfortune, should not be allowed to exist? Was not his very existence evil to the core and deserving of extermination?
Lies!
You've got quite a bark, girl. Those are some plucky words from one who once sought to kill the shepherd for the same reasons.
Who are you anyway?
I am Simone.
Simón.
Like him, a wretched, pitiable seraph, burdened with countless sins.
Lo que yo he dicho, Zabit.
And now, Exeunt.
Wait!
I suggest you make time to grieve.
I told everyone to meet here tomorrow morning. Sometimes it's best to be alone for a while.
Thanks, Mikleo.
Saray, don't worry about it too much. I need a bit of a walk myself.
Madre mía, se me ha ido de las manos el tiempo, tío, de grabación. Es que ha sido una cosa detrás de otra, gente. Pues voy a seguir grabando y luego lo corto en dos, gente, el capítulo. Sí, porque llevo 1 hora y cuarto. Voy a grabar hasta 1 hora y 40 así, para dividirlo en 2 capítulos de 50. Y ya está, tío. Hola. Joder, siempre hay que hablarle por detrás. ¿Por qué, tío?
Dezel's death, his shameful acts, and the things Simone said. Perhaps they're all things the shepherd has to accept in order to quell the Lord of Calamity.
I'm just not sure how to feel about it all.
I was thinking you should quit.
What?
Just hear me out. I used to think that when the shepherd was getting crushed and overwhelmed by his duty or by his destiny, that it was something that you could just up and quit. Until yesterday, that is. Things are different now.
For Dezel's sake, if nothing else, I want to find the answers.
That's right. It isn't even some feeling of obligation so much as I just want to know, in the hope that we won't make the same mistakes again. So that's why I no longer think you should quit.
We definitely have to find some answers.
Right. And it isn't just the shepherd's duty either. This journey is something we, all of us, need to own.
That's true. Thank you.
There's no need for thanks. I just said how I truly feel.
Vale. ¿Quién hay aquí? ¿O hay que salir? Se está haciendo tarde, quizás deberíamos descansar. Esperemos hacer un poco más. Vale. Eso será lo último. Habrá que hablar primero con todos. Podremos omitirlo. Vuelva a la posada tras salvar con todo el mundo. Ya está. Vale, esto es la posada. ¿Y dónde están los demás? ¿Dentro? A ver, tío. A ver. Se voy a ir al castillo. 10 del castillo. Vaya movida, ¿eh? Pues es lo que yo os he dicho, ¿eh? Seguramente, pues, perdemos a Dezel y ganamos a Zabit.
Hey, Shepherd. Tell me something. How was Dezel in his last moments?
He was smiling.
So, he was he? I guess he got his wish after all.
Zavid, you knew Dezel, didn't you?
Sort of. There was a time my comrades and I saved him, and he was just a little rascal.
Oh. Is that why your fighting styles are so similar?
Yep. He learned by copying me. And yet, I don't think he even remembered who I was. That fellow tossed everything away, even his memories. But if something gets thrown away, you just gotta find it again. And you found it for him, didn't you?
Hey, are you trying to comfort me, Zavid?
You bet I am. You're gonna be my all-important vessel pretty soon. Can't have you getting all malevolent on me.
Lo que os decía.
And on that note, I think I'll go talk to Lailah about that sublord pact.
You gotta be kidding me!
Well, I can't exterminate the Hellions all by myself anymore, can I? And besides, if I tag along with you, I can collect your debt to me whenever I like.
You can't just decide something like that!
Oops, I did. Anyway, see you tomorrow, Sheps.
That lousy...
A ver, yo sabía que David iba a hacer algo en la historia, ¿no? Porque no paramos de luchar contra él, pero lo de que sustituyese a Dezel, tío, no me lo esperaba, tío.
And when I saw him then, I remembered something that I'd forgotten long ago. I had met him before, when I was really little. I realized he'd probably been protecting me ever since, my whole life.
Rose, Dezel didn't want you to know that. He said he wanted you to live believing you'd come this far by your strength alone.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what he wanted. But I actually wish he'd just straight up told me, without knowing I was a jerk, self-absorbed and totally ungrateful to him.
Sorry.
From now on, you gotta tell me these things, alright?
Right. This is actually a load off my mind. I was worried you'd be, you know, devastated.
Yeah, I don't know. A whole lot of things happened all at once. And somehow it doesn't feel like I'll never see him again. And the garbage that crazy Simone chick was spouting, I think it says more about her problems than anything else.
Rose, you're my hero.
Oh, I just don't like to think too much. Anyway, Saray, you get some good rest.
I will.
Vale, pues sí, ¿no? Ya estaría, ¿no? Bueno, me falta gente, pero no sé, estarán en la posada, ¿no? Digo yo. Falta hablar con Lailah. ¿Y con quién más? Lailah y... Aquí no, espérate. Y Edna. Me faltaría. Estarán en la posada seguramente. Es que no puedo entrar. Es que me marca aquí. A ver si está aquí a la vuelta, espérate. Tiene que estar arriba. A ver. Aquí no está, tío. Ah, mira, aquí está Edna.
Our friend, the creepy little girl. She said she was burdened with sins.
Right. And she also said that the shepherd must know the truth of seraphim, who carry such sorrowful burdens.
Of those whose mere existence means human suffering. Sometimes death can be a release. If just by living, one causes terrible things to happen, then death would be.
Edna, stop right there.
I'm not talking about Dezel, you idiot.
You shouldn't be saying that about your brother either.
Su hermano el
So
dragón.
what if I did? They're just words. It's probably nothing you haven't heard before anyway.
I still don't like it. I don't want to hear it right now.
Oh. Then there's nothing to discuss.
Yeah.
Saray. All I was really trying to say is that I think Dezel was saved in a way. I chose my words poorly, and it was wrong of me. I apologize.
Thank you, Edna.
Que no lo creáis, Anda tiene su corazoncito, ¿eh? Mira, ha sonreído. ¿Lo habéis visto? ¡Ha sonreído! Sí, señor. Vale, a ver. Y aquí está Lailah.
Lailah, what are you doing?
Oh, this?
That's incredible! How'd you do that?
Making paper crafts like this really takes the edge off for me. I forget about all my cares, and it's like I just enter my own little world.
I see.
Saray, you've got to stop carrying the burden all by yourself.
I think this one's gonna be tough, even if I share the burden. I find myself wondering, was there anything else I could have done? Should we have talked it over first? I just start thinking about things.
El origami.
Moments of reflection are good for
Era una
the
grulla,
spirit,
¿no?
Saray, but regrets solve nothing.
What's this?
Humans have a custom. Sometimes they send a paper boat down a river imbued with a remembrance of their lost one, so that it may reach them. Since Dezel was a wind seraph, I thought maybe a bird that soars through the air would be more fitting. Now, Saray, let's send it off.
Vuela alto, muy, muy alto.
I'm sure it reached him. Lailah,
Yes?
thank you. But you mustn't try to carry the burden all by yourself either.
I'll be quite fine. There's no need to worry. I'm going to stay up here for a while. The wind feels comforting.
All right then. I'll leave you to it.
Okay. I too have a ways to go.
Vale, pues ya los tenemos todos. Y ya eso sería la posada ya. Esta la habíamos visto, tío. No. Armatización. No lo teníamos, tío, este. Vale, aquí está Edna. Vamos para acá. A ver, no. No sé para dónde ir. ¿Por aquí? Por aquí, ¿no? Sí. Vamos aquí en la posada ya. Ahora ya sí. Vale, ya he hablado con todos. Dezel no está, o sea que...
Morning, Saray. Did you sleep well?
Yeah.
You don't look like it.
Yo, Saray!
Oh, Zavid. You're still here.
Ouch! Lailah, is he always this cold?
Well, it looks like everyone's here. Care to explain why you wish to enter the Sublord Pact?
No problemo. My goal is directly connected to the Shepherd's journey.
Your goal? Oh yeah, you said there were people you had to settle the score with.
Right. One of them being little Miss Edna's older brother. And the other? Mautelis.
Now tell us of the Five Lords?
The entire Glenwood continent is supposed to be under his protection, right? Except our baby boy toddled off somewhere, and right at that exact time, the Lord of Calamity shows up. Isn't that funny?
It can't be.
I didn't think it could be either. At first.
But if Mautelis really did become a Hellion and bind with Heldolf...
We'll need to confirm that's what happened.
And the only way to do that is to approach him directly.
Maybe, but we need to be able to stand against Heldolf's domain, or we're sunk.
And that's where I come in. If you'll let me fill the Dezel-shaped hole in your group, together we should be strong enough. How about it? It's in all our best interests, right?
What do you believe we should do?
So
No,
Ray,
no nos queda otra.
No. What were we talking about again?
Hey, can I have the floor?
Huh?
Hey! I thought you had good to do in the world! Keep moping and crying, and I'll chain you up so tight you can't even breathe! That's what he said. Oh, and he asked me to kick your ass a little too while I was at it. And then I told him I'd do my best out there. And so that's why I'm damn well gonna do my best out there. Why am I crying like this?
Rose.
He was really, really glad he got to travel with all of you. And I didn't even notice. But in the end, he was smiling. If only I talked with him more. Oh, forget it. I'm done.
Thank you for delivering his message to us. He was a kind watchdog up until the very end.
I'll say.
Guess you'll be okay from now on, huh, Rose?
I'm okay. Are you okay?
All right, let's go.
Hold your horses! Don't I get a pact thingy?
No.
Se hace el loco al final. Se hace el loco el tío.
All right.
Vale.
So, now what do we do?
Just as planned. We're heading to Glavend Basin.
since it's the place where we first met Heldolf.
Glavend Basin, huh? Here we go.
Vale. Tenemos el descanso, o sea que solo quedaría ir para allá. Hay que reponerse, ¿no? O estábamos ya repuestos, no lo sé, espérate. A ver. Me vuelven a vender la daga de Anfibol. Pero los otros no. Pajarito de la ciudad. Aro, tiara, papel. Vale, esto lleva lo que lleva Dezel. Esto también. Vale, todo esto lo tenemos a tope, o sea que... Let's go. Seguramente hay algún skip. Lo sabía. El poder espiritual del viento.
A man never goes back on his word. Well, unless it's with the ladies.
But can you really do it?
Oh, ho, ho. You doubt me, huh? Come on, you've seen what I can do.
Yeah, but only because you practically forced it on us.
I said I was sorry. Jeez.
We get how strong you are, but what about the spiritual power of wind? You don't have to go back and get it?
Not to worry. The shepherd takes those spiritual powers into his being. So there's nothing to worry about. Especially not with an able and handsome wind seraph like me.
All right then.
I won't let you down.
I'll see to it you don't.
I'm a little surprised. You're quite knowledgeable about spiritual powers and shepherds.
Well, I am a well-experienced
Madurete con
grown-ass man after
experiencia.
all. You know,
crack.
you can always count on me.
Somehow I'm not so sure that I can.
David solo quiere encajar.
I know this is real sudden, but there's something I want to ask y'all so I can fit in a little better. Tell me your weaknesses.
Why would we tell you something like that?
Hey now, that's cold, Mick boy. I'll tell you mine
Mickey.
to make it fair. On days when the temperature is low, I get cold.
Yeah, because you don't wear any clothes.
Oh, I see how it is. You want something juicier? Let me tell you something. If a girl starts crying, there's nothing I won't do for her.
Didn't need to know that, thanks.
You guys are tough customers. All right, try this one on for size. I'm strong against earth, but weak against fire.
We knew that.
That's no good either. Well, then here's a juicy tidbit that'll rock your world. As far as I can tell, from the waist up, Lailah is...
This isn't even about weaknesses anymore.
Looks like you're fitting in just fine, I'd say.
Otra, una promesa entre hombres.
Hey, Zavid, I want to ask you about something you mentioned.
Oh, Is this your response to my love confession?
Don't try and weasel your way out of this. You said there was something you had to settle with my brother.
That's all there is to it, really. There's just something between us we need to settle.
And that something is?
I told him, please let me marry your little sister, and he punched me.
Don't lie.
Oh, come on, he'd totally do something like that.
Fine, don't tell me then.
No wonder he's worried about her all the time.
So what's this really about?
Did Edna's brother ask a favor from you or something like that?
Who wants to know?
Does it have something to do with the oath?
Nah, it's not that big of a deal. But even so, a promise between men is just as sacred.
Vale, otro más. Vigilado por los serafines. Oh, qué tierno.
It all might be too much for mere humans to bear.
I shouldn't have taken them along. Oh, it's so useless to say that now. They could have stayed home in their rooms if they didn't want to deal with it. They went out of their own accord.
Yeah, and I don't think either of them expect or want anyone to take responsibility for their being dragged into this.
Both of them seem so used to living with the Seraphim. Wonder if they were always like this.
Soraya and I were raised together ever since we were just babies.
There was a time when you were a baby?
That's rude.
My bad, my bad. I'm sure you were a sweet, well-behaved little guy back in your day.
Too bad I'm not like that anymore, huh?
Otro más. Cursillo de catalizadores. Vamos, seguimos.
You know, there's something I've been wondering.
Yeah, what?
You're an Earth Seraph, right? So why do you use an umbrella for a weapon? Isn't that more like a water element?
I guess I can tell you. Ready to have your mind blown? I'm using it precisely because I'm an Earth Seraph.
Huh?
You know about the dominant relationships among the elements. Earth, water, fire, and wind, right? Earth is stronger than water. Meaning that especially when using seraphic arts, you can increase your mana output by using the subordinate element as a catalyst.
What?
Just to let you know, Lailah has been using wind-imbued paper, and Dezel's pendulum has been using earth and minerals as their catalysts. The staff that you've been using is fundamentally an earth element. You'd have to be a complete idiot for using something like that as a water seraph. Is what I'd like to say, but I'll hold back.
But you did just say it.
Well, if you've been using it as a way to train yourself, or a way to incorporate physical attacks on top of seraphic arts, then you're not doing it completely wrong, at least. The longer you live, the easier it is for you to choose to do what takes the least amount of effort. But if you really aren't satisfied and want to grow stronger, then you're just going to have to do things the hard way if you want to go beyond whatever ability you were born with.
Huh.
Anyways, you've been using your staff without knowing what it's for. Good job, dummy.
Bueno, ya estaría, ¿no? Vale. Veamos. Ya no sé ni dónde voy, tío. Cuenca del Leve no puedo. Volgra. Cuenca del Este creo que es. Vale. Vale. Ah, pero hay que ir aquí. La misión está aquí. Vale, pues entonces nada. Entonces guardo aquí y lo dejamos aquí, gente. Voy a dividir esto en 2 capítulos, ¿vale? De 50 minutos aproximadamente. Que es para lo que me da. A lo mejor alguno tiene más que otro por no cortar un capítulo en medio de una pelea o algo. Es que no sé cómo va a quedar, gente. Como no sé cómo va a quedar, ahora lo miraré. Lo mismo que ya uno más largo que otro. Pero bueno, capitulazo este último, me cachis en la mar. Porque qué pena lo de ese, pero bueno. Ganamos a Zabit, pero es una lástima, ¿no? Es una lástima. La verdad es que me emocioné todo, y cuando la pobrecita de Rose estaba llorando y todo. Historia muy emotiva y muy chula la historia de este juego. Me encanta, me está encantando. Nada más, espero que os haya gustado y os mando un besazo enorme. Y hasta mañana. Saludos. Chao, chao.